Hi everyone, Zax here, and I'm back with another vinyl pickup video. It's been a while. I haven't talked to a camera in a really long time. The last time I said I will upload more videos, this happened, a year-long hiatus, and I've changed appearance again since my last videos, but I just kind of felt like do something like this again because I checked on my first and last vinyl video and it was doing really well, and I decided, well, maybe I should do another one because I actually updated my collection a bit and there's been a few very lovely additions that I would really like to share. So let's get into it. So the first one that I want to share is, well, I wanted to get this like forever now. Standing on a Beach by The Cure. It's their singles album, and it came out, I think it's in 1986. This record came out, and it looks like this on the inside. Very nice, very nice. Out of their old singles album, this one has to be my favorite. I like the Greatest Hits one from 2001, but like in comparison to this one has a lot of the older songs from the first few albums, which I really like, which I think the Greatest Hits kind of lack. The fact that this one has Jump on Someone Else's Train, Primary, Charlotte Sometimes, and in that sort of area from the first few albums, I really like that. And it still goes all the way up to a Close to Me and In Between Days. Yeah, I think this is one of my favorite singles and I'm really happy I have it. I've been listening to it quite a bit and I really want to get more of The Cure on vinyl. The next thing that I have is Bauhaus, Bela Lugosi's Dead. I mean, I think everyone can agree that this is a classic of goth music in general. Inspired so many bands after it, so many songs. It's well, it's called The Bela Session and it has only like very few songs. So basically this one was recorded in 1979, and I mean, I love Bauhaus, but I'm not very familiar with all of their work. So to have their most famous piece, Bela Lugosi's Dead, on vinyl, I think it's really necessary for me to have in a collection. I think it's like a classic and it should be cherished. And this one also basically came with the poster inside, which I have on the wall there, but you won't be able to see it for now. I kind of want to get into Bauhaus a bit more, I think, because I probably didn't give them a good listen. I mean, I don't, let's say I don't listen to them as much as I do on The Cure or The Smiths or something like that, but like, but if I would get more into them, I think that would be also quite nice. But yeah, Bela Lugosi's Dead is definitely a masterpiece of a song that I think anyone who is getting into post-punk, new wave, goth, sort of alternative 70s, 80s, 90s music, it's essential for you to give it a listen, because then you'll realize how many more songs and bands after it has inspired, and it's good to know the classics before you get into everything else. So yeah, The Bela Session by Bauhaus. The next one that I have is a record which is a soundtrack to a TV series. Now, I don't usually have soundtracks on like in my collections in general. I have a few on CD, but like I don't have anything on vinyl yet. But this was gifted to me, and it's one of my favorite TV series of all time, Twin Peaks. It's interesting to have a soundtrack on vinyl, plus considering how like soundtrack from Twin Peaks, especially because it's just so beautiful, and also considering that Twin Peaks is one of my favorite things that in film in general. I think I really like this vinyl. I think the most important thing that I really like to pay attention here is how the record itself looks, because I'm gonna take it out and to just show you guys, because I really like having special vinyl like this, because look at this wonderful green jelly sort of cover. I mean not cover, but the disc itself, and the nice little zigzag from Black Lodge on in the center. I don't know, I really like when vinyl disc has some color on it, or it has something special in it and isn't just a black average, I mean like original sort of disc shape and disc look. I think it's very nice, and it kind of adds to the whole excitement of being a collector, because it kind of, you know, makes it a bit more special when you get something like this and it's, you know, not like anything else that you own. The only close in color that I have to this, which is also kind of interesting, is the Elvis vinyl that I own, which I showed in my previous video, which is a nice moody blue color. And this reminds me of it because it's also a very pretty bright green color, and I think it's really nice that it has it. When you listen to that soundtrack on vinyl, it's a completely different experience, and it kind of takes you back to the TV show itself, which, if you like it as much as I do, it kind of like, you know, brings memories back, and it's like a really nice experience overall. So I'll listen to this from time to time. And yeah, so the limited event series soundtrack from Twin Peaks. Next thing that I have in my recent pickups video is something I've acquired, I think around winter time. And as you already know, I don't really particularly listen to one specific genre. I kind of like to mix things up a bit, make it a little bit you know, varied, and have different bands and genres in there, different sounds. Especially if you have watched my CD collection videos, there's way more variety there than in my vinyl so far. But this one in my hands is the newest album of Slipknot, which is called We're Not Your Kind, which I think a lot of people know already. I really like Slipknot, and they're a really nice metal band, obviously ridiculously famous, as they should be. And this is, I think it's a really nice looking like vinyl in general, very dark, very filled with a lot of things. It had like a nice glossy papered sort of picture, which I put on my wall as a poster of, you know, band members and stuff, and I really like that. And of course this album has the recent song Unsainted, which in its sound has a lot of their old elements in it, and reminds me a lot of the 90s thing, and a lot of other people, this reminds me of it. Personally, I listen to Slipknot more on the CD with the album that I own there. You can check in my videos and stuff. I probably should listen to it more, but metal for me isn't something I go to every day to listen to. Plus now my music taste is a bit varied all over the place, so I don't really even know. But yeah, I really like this vinyl a lot. We're Not Your Kind by Slipknot. I think it's essential if you like more heavy things, and I definitely recommend for people that completely don't know anything about metal maybe. Slipknot has to be like something that got a lot of people into this genre originally, so maybe you should give it a try if you have never listened to them. So yeah, the next two records are by one band of which I wanted to get some things physically for quite some time now, but I haven't got around to it until now. It's New Order, everyone. I fucking love New Order. This album right here is Power, Corruption and Lies. One of my favorite albums by them, to be honest. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Has famous songs like Age of Consent there, for example, and all the others. And I really like this album. I'm really happy I have it. I've actually got this when I was this and the next album by them when I was on my trip to England to actually see them live, and I've actually seen them on a festival, and it was absolutely great. That's kind of why I kind of mainly focused on hunting for New Order records and not any other band's records, because I kind of wanted to have it memorized in my head that that trip to England was kind of like a New Order moment for me, and rediscovering New Order, falling in love with them again, and kind of like having that as a piece of memory. And the next album that I got by them is Low Life, and it looks like this. I really like how it looks. So this one was new when I got it, and this one is secondhand, which we don't actually have many secondhand shops here in general, or at least they're not as popular as they are in England, which is a shame because I really like the fact that I got this in secondhand because it was cheaper and it's in a really good condition as well. And I think it's just very nice to have secondhand things as well as new ones. So obviously this one has one of the famous songs from this album is The Perfect Kiss. Yeah, so Low Life by New Order, also one of my favorite things. I listen to this one quite a lot as well as Power, Corruption and Lies. So these two definitely are definitely really good pickups for me. I do want to get more of New Order, not just these two records, but they're definitely a good start, I think, for getting more things of them later on. So this is all that I got for today. It's not that many records, but I thought it was worth sharing. It's been a while and my last vinyl video has been doing quite well for some reason. So I thought maybe people want to see more, and I've done it. I did it. If you want to see anything specific, be sure to leave a comment. Tell me what you want to see more. There's been a few CDs I also picked up as well. Maybe I should do a CD pickup video later as well. I don't know, I can talk a bit more about books because I've also been reading about all of other books later, because I've done only one book video, which is a shame because I have read way more since then. I could do a favorites video if you're all interested in that. Music I've been listening to, you know, games, films that I've watched, something more of a general sort of outlook on my interests so that you can get to know me more. I could also do a Q&A video for you guys to get to know me better, because I think there's way more people on my channel, way more new people on the channel now. So if you are one of the new people and you're kind of interested in getting to know me better, or ask some specific questions on the collections, on any sort of media, on games, I would be really glad to answer it. So feel free to ask me any questions. If there's enough, I will, somewhere around 10 I think, I can easily make a video out of that. This was my vinyl pickup video. I really hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed making it. It's been a while since I made a video and I completely forgot how much I enjoyed it. If you all are interested in seeing more of me, thank you so much for the support and keeping me going, even though it's been a year since my last video. But anyway, it was your girl Crystal Zaf. Be safe and goodbye.